Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Travel Weekly webcast. I'm Ella Sagar, the cruise reporter for Travel Weekly, and I'm delighted to be joined today by Alyshia Bartlett from MSC Cruises to talk about some exciting news about their sales team and summer 2027 deployment. So thanks so much for joining me, Alyshia.
Thank you for having me, Ella. Thank you.
And so there's some changes happening, I've heard about to the sales team at MSC, including your role. Do you want to tell me a bit about that and maybe how you got into cruise as well, so people get to know you a bit?
Okay. Well, I come from Southampton, so I think cruising's in my blood. And I've been in cruise for 23 years. The last 10 years I've been at MSC, always trade-facing roles, always supporting the trade. And at MSC, we have decided to make some changes to the team just to make sure that we can support our trade partners more effectively and more efficiently. We know that the travel industry is always evolving, and we want to make sure that we're continuing to support the partners in the most professional, suitable way that suits them. So I've recently been promoted to head of sales, which means I am looking after all of our trade partners in the UK. And although that's quite exciting for me, the most exciting news is that we're going to also recruit for 3 new people to join the sales team as well.
Okay, so more responsibilities for you and also a bigger team. How big will that make the MSC team with the 3 additions?
So for the UK, it will bring the sales team to 19. And then we also have 3 in Ireland as well.
Okay. And so previously you were responsible for kind of retail, home working, tour operations, and now you're going to be overseeing all of the different kind of trade divisions. So
Yes.
With the bringing the new 3 onto the team, are they going to have a specific remit for a region or for home working or those sorts of things?
Well, because the industry is evolving, as I said, agents are not just a one fits all approach now. There's so many different elements to their business that we need to make sure that we're supporting all of their businesses. So if we had a dedicated team for home working, it might not suit an agent that has home working, retail and online. So we want to make sure that we've got a team that can support all areas of their business. So the new hires, we will have a new national account manager that will be able to support those larger key partners. We will also have a field sales manager that will look after our 6 regional sales managers, but also will look after new partnerships and new relationships. And we will have a new trade support manager as well.
Okay, so trying to help look after the agents that you do work with currently. And so the change is intended to improve their experience and make them do even more business with you guys, right? But also find new agencies and tour operators potentially that you could do partnerships with.
Exactly that. We've grown so much over the last few years, and that's mainly out of the UK with our ships based out of Southampton, but we have 23 ships with so many different areas. So the growth potential for our agent partners are huge.
So specifically, the UK trade side has been growing faster than other markets?
Yes, yeah, the UK has been very fast since we launched our dedicated programs out of Southampton. Over the last 6 months, though, we've definitely seen a bigger appetite for our Caribbean sailings and our Mediterranean sailings. So we know that our guests want to explore new destinations as well.
And the sunnier destinations, I know that you launched Alaska, or that will summer 2026 will be Poesia and MSC's first debut season.
Yes.
So trying to balance that's also popular with UK as well, right? How's that sales going for that?
Sales for that have been really popular. We're one of the top markets globally for selling Alaska, and we went on sale earlier this week for our summer 27 Alaska program as well. Poesia is being refurbished in February this year. Next year in 26, and we are enhancing her with the MSC Yacht Club, which we know from our guests that they want that yacht club experience on some of our smaller ships, and that's going to be fantastic for yacht club guests because they get to go to a brand new destination with on MSC Poesia. So that will be for this next summer, summer 26, and also summer 27.
When we're talking about all of these future deployments, it can get confusing to know where we're at now. But,
yeah.
With the yacht club offering, so for agents that aren't fully aware what that entails, that's the ship within a ship concept, correct? That is on the world class ships, but it's but now being introduced on other ships in the fleet.
Yeah, so it first got introduced on our Fantasia class ships, and then it's been on every new ship protocol since then. So our Meraviglia class, World class, and our Seaside class. So now it's been introduced on some of our smaller ships. The first ship was MSC Magnifica, and the second ship will be MSC Poesia.
Okay, and that's suites and private exclusive venues and restaurants and that sort of thing on that only those passengers can access, suite passengers can access.
Yes, so they get 24-hour concierge service. They have a dedicated butler. It's a dedicated check-in. So as soon as you arrive at the terminal, your experience is faultless. You have a dedicated private restaurant, private lounge, and an outdoor area as well.
So I'm guessing that's come from passenger feedback that maybe they wanted to go to Alaska and they wanted that experience, or is it just they wanted to try to have the yacht club on more ships that it was looking up?
It was a bit of both, having yacht club on more ships and having more choice, but also some of our smaller ships go to destinations that the larger ships can't visit. So it's having that wider choice for destinations as well.
Absolutely. And so that's not the only announcement that's come out the last few weeks. That's for summer 2027. So we will have a new ship in Southampton, which is exciting. I know that a lot of agents have been talking about that, and there was a lot of love for Virtuosa, but Meraviglia will be coming into Southampton from summer 2027.
Yes, I'm glad you said it right. We get a lot of pronunciations. I can't even say pronunciations. We get a lot of mispronunciations for Meraviglia, so you don't pronounce the G. But yes, a lot of agents are really excited about something different to sell. But she's not too different. She's the sister ship to MSC Virtuosa, so she has all of the amazing features that Virtuosa has, such as the Galleria, the Horizon Pool, the Carousel Lounge. But then she has some new things like Ocean Key, our seafood specialty dining, and the Edge cocktail bar. So it's something a little bit different for our UK guests.
Yes. So yeah, because I think Virtuosa has been in sailing from Southampton since just after the pandemic, correct? So
yes,
it's been a favourite for a few years.
It has, and she's not going away. She's going to the Med. So as I mentioned earlier, the UK, we're seeing a rise for UK guests going to the Western Med, and this provides the fans of MSC Virtuosa a different itinerary and a different experience to still go in and go on holiday on MSC Virtuosa, but on a totally different itinerary.
And with does that tie in with the expanded fly cruise program with Jet2, like that Virtuosa will be one of the ships served for those packages as well?
More than likely, yes. We haven't committed to flights yet for that far in advance of summer 27, but that is definitely a ship that we'll be looking to put flight commitments on. But for next summer, for summer 26, it's all these years, isn't it? You're never in the same year. Someone was talking about 29 yesterday, and I thought that's a little bit too far. But with summer 26, we have increased our flight allocations with Jet2. So we have flights from Edinburgh, Glasgow, Manchester, Birmingham, Belfast. So
yeah, so
and that's for the summer, and we also have it for the winter as well for the Canary Islands program.
Okay, so that's good news for any agents who want to book Mediterranean for their clients, and hopefully it's a strengthened partnership as well, if I'm not mistaken. So that's hopefully more to come there, and we'll know about that when that happens.
Yeah, definitely more to come. So keep your eyes peeled.
And I was just wondering, with the summer 2027 launch, it does seem awfully long away. So we've got Mediterranean, Alaska. How have those launches been received by the trade in the UK? What's been really coming through in those that demand in bookings?
Yeah, very positive, especially the ex-UK launch, which goes on sale on Tuesday, the 14th of October. The demand has been there for quite a while. We've had a lot of queries about when are you going on sale? When is it? We've got customers waiting. We're hearing from our trade partners that they've got hundreds of pre-registrations already, and we only released the pricing this morning. We've got some slightly different itineraries and tweaks in itineraries. We've got a really nice 7-night sailing in September 27, which does the Baltic Sea. So it goes into Oslo, Copenhagen, really, really nice itinerary. We also have a 14-night Mediterranean itinerary where we're going to brand new ports of call from Southampton, such as Ibiza and Gibraltar. Fantastic lead fares from £789 per person. And I think the best thing about MSC is that we are a family cruise line, and we want to make sure everyone in the family has a fantastic holiday. So child prices up to the age of 17 are from £189 per person.
Okay, so to really capture that family market in the school holidays, that's going to really help.
Yes.
On that front. And I was going to ask you something else about the longer sailings. So previously, maybe we would have heard more about mini 3-night cruises, especially for a new to cruise, kind of trying out for the first time. But this is all a bit 6 to 14 nights. It's a bit longer because maybe demand has changed a little bit again.
Yeah, definitely demand has changed. People were selling sort of the 2-night cruises as taster cruise, and they weren't really a taster cruise. You weren't receiving the same experiences that you would necessarily get on a 7-night cruise or a 14-night cruise. And we've listened to our guests, we've listened to our guests' feedback, and also our travel agent partners, their feedback. And I think everybody said that they would prefer more longer sailings and different choices, different itineraries.
So the destination was really important, and being able to have a longer, more time on the ship and more time to explore.
Exactly. Yes.
I was curious actually, because of MSC for families, and also, but you have spoken about new to cruise is always something that cruise lines want more of. Just wondering who the MSC passenger is from the UK at the moment, like the average age, or if an agent has a client walk in and they've not tried MSC before, how would they know if they're an MSC customer?
Yeah, I think with MSC, the buzzword at the moment has been multi-generational families, and that's been such a buzzword for the last year to 18 months to a year, that way around. It's been such a buzzword, but at MSC we've been doing that before it became popular. So every age in the family, from great grandparents, parents, grandparents, the aunties and uncles, children, are all going to have a fabulous time on MSC. Our average age, though, we will be sort of looking at the sort of 35 to 50-year-olds for ex-UK, couples that have got empty nesters where the children have obviously left home, or brand new, younger, new couples, newlyweds. I think there's a big misconception for people sort of my age. I grew up thinking cruises for old people. It's not a holiday I want to do in my 20s. And the misconception is that to not offer it to a younger customer. But those 20-year-olds, they've been cruising as children, so they understand what a cruise holiday is all about. So they don't have the same misconceptions as what I would have had when I was in my 20s. So MSC is the perfect holiday for those younger adults as well.
Okay, so don't necessarily assume that a younger couple coming in wanting a Mediterranean holiday, don't offer a cruise, not go straight to land.
Exactly. Yeah. Always offer a cruise. Don't be scared to offer cruise. Make sure it's an MSC cruise, though.
Thanks for that. And I think also I know that there's a lot of new ships coming online in the next couple of years. I think 4 world-class series ships coming in before, well, by 2030. And we've got the next one is MSC World Asia. And so I'm just wondering how UK passengers or UK agents have been like how that's been received, and MSC World America obviously launched this year as well. So
MSC World America was fantastic. We went in April to the launch where she sailed to Ocean Key, our private island. We got to take quite a few travel agent partners with us who all raved about it, and you can see from those agents that went on board, their performance has grown significantly, not just for World America, but for MSC as well. MSC World Asia launches next December 26, and we will definitely get some of our trade partners on board for her inauguration. It's doing really well at the moment. So despite the name World Asia, you would potentially might assume that she was going to be based in Asia, but she's not. She's going to be based in the Mediterranean, but the onboard experience will have that Asian feel. We recently introduced a brand new itinerary, not a brand new itinerary, but a new sailing. She's going to come in a little bit before schedule. So she will start sailing on the 4th of December, and that's proven really popular as well since that went live. Launching in the winter in the Mediterranean, some people can be a bit nervous because it's not got the weather, it's not got the sunshine, but sometimes that's the perfect opportunity to explore those cities without the queues, without the hassle and bustle. So actually go to those really lovely tourist attractions and get to immerse yourselves in those destinations.
Yeah, we have been seeing a lot more the talk about shoulder season travel and going when it is less crowded, and also maybe a bit more manageable weather for some, so that it's not really high temperatures and heat waves and such like. So that's really interesting. I was also wondering, I know that we're in October now, but I'm sure that you're already planning for Wave and thinking about how you can cut through lots of noise then. So I was wondering what agents can expect from during the Wave period in terms of incentives or training. I'm sure there'll be lots going on.
Yeah, so we will definitely be running some incentives during the Wave period. The finer details are to be confirmed, but there will definitely be opportunities for agents to win places on board. Next year, we will be expanding our ship visit program. We will be doing things slightly different, such as having people experience specialty dining instead of going into the main dining. We recently did this on some ship visits in Belfast and Greenock in September last month, and it was a huge success. Agents really enjoyed that. We're also going to be doing something brand new, which is MSC Connections. This is where agents will get the opportunity to make appointments one-on-one, face-to-face with our regional sales managers. So we have 20 planned for the end of November and December, where they can talk about Wave opportunities, they can talk about how to grow their business. If they want training on MSC Book, they can have that. So that will be going live in the next few weeks for agents to actually book those appointments.
So kind of one-on-one support to really tailor it to, as you say, agencies aren't all the same, and some of them are hybrid, but some of them are different sizes and different focuses. So that's to really address that in the kind of sales team reorganization you were talking about.
Yeah, exactly that. And just having them in so many different locations as well. So 20 from Edinburgh to Southampton, Cardiff, Maidstone. We've got pretty much the whole country covered, and it just allows those individual frontline staff that might not get the opportunity to speak to their regional sales manager to have that one-on-one session where they get to ask the questions that they might not want to usually ask in front of bigger crowds.
Yeah, so no question's a stupid question kind of situation. Okay. And so just to loop back and maybe wrap things up. So the new changes to the sales team, it will take the team to how many in total now? It was
for the UK team, it will take us to 19 in total.
19 all over the country, ready to help agents no matter what channel they're coming from, in OTA, home working, retail. And then your new role, of course, is is being responsible for that And I'm sure that you've got some very high targets for the UK if it's the fastest growing market in terms of the trade for MSC.
Yes, we have. If travel agents want to grow their cruise business, they have to start booking at MSC. That's the
well, that's a great message for agents. Is there anything else that you'd like to leave agents with in terms of their like take home takeaway?
I think, like, if, or as I said before, don't be afraid to offer a cruise to anybody. Obviously, we prefer that to be MSC, and we're more than our ex-UK departures. We have 23 ships from the Caribbean to the Mediterranean, Asia. So there is something for everybody. Alaska, as we mentioned previously, there is something for everybody. So don't always just assume that it's our ex-UK ships. We have got 23 out there.
Okay, that's good for agents to know. Thanks so much, Alyshia, for joining me.
Thank you, Ella. Thank you for your time.